I was isekai'd to Douluo and became a wolf bandit. I even managed to bind with a many children, many blessings system. As long as I keep having kids, I can unlock generous rewards. But this is a desolate wilderness. Where am I supposed to find people to complete the system's mission? I can't just make do with a spirit beast, can I? Just as I was worrying about this, a white light suddenly flashed over my head. I saw clearly that it was Bai Chenxiang. My eyes instantly lit up. Using my memories from my past life, I immediately remembered Ning Rongrong, Zhu Zuqing, and Xiao Wu. Right now, they're hidden by Tang San inside the vast sea cosmic shroud, and he even specifically left Oscar behind to guard them. They're practically serving themselves up to me on a platter for my mission. I immediately locked onto Bai Chenxiang's aura, transforming into a wisp of wind and following her. Soon, she arrived in front of the vast sea cosmic shroud. After the spiritual imprint left by Tang San lit up in her palm, a corner of the vast sea cosmic shroud silently opened. The people inside quickly welcomed Bai Chenxiang in, and I, taking advantage of that brief moments, opening, slipped through the barrier as well. What came into view were the three beauties of Shrek. Seeing this, I was ecstatic. The three beauties of Shrek, plus Bai Chenxiang. 4 girls, each with her own unique charm. I've really hit the jackpot this time. But I didn't make a move right away. Instead, I quietly approached Zhu Zuqing. She's an agility attack system spirit master. If I let her react, she might injure the other 3 in a desperate struggle. So, I planned to seal her martial soul first and then end this quickly. At that moment, Oscar suddenly spoke up, "Shang Shang. What on earth was that thing outside?" Hearing this, Bai Chenxiang's face was filled with fear. "It's a damn wolf bandit," Zhu Zuqing quickly added from the side. Wolf bandits are a hybrid of humans and swiftwined demon wolves. They have a particular fondness for human girls. After mating with a girl, they give birth to new wolf bandits, monsters that are half wolf, half human. However, before she could finish her sentence, my cold voice echoed from behind her. "A wolf bandit is a wolf bandit. Why add, damn, tid?" As I said this, Zhu Zuqing was startled. She instinctively extended her cat claws. But her martial soul didn't react at all. Only her spirit power surged out uncontrollably. Before she could figure out what was happening, my giant hand had already clamped down on her wrist. The next second, a wolf's face appeared before her eyes, scaring her so much that her whole body trembled. This half-human, half-wolf creature in front of her. Wasn't this the damn wolf bandit Bai Chenxiang was just talking about? Just as she was about to speak, I chopped her on the back of the neck. Zhu Zuqing's eyes rolled back as she instantly fainted and collapsed. Seeing this, Oscar immediately swallowed a replica mirror sausage and shielded the other 3 girls behind him. Immediately after, Ning Rongrong and Bai Chenxiang also raised their Zhu divine crossbows. Hundreds of crossbow bolts shot through the air, but these bolts only scraped against my chest with a harsh clang before falling to the ground. Just as their faces were filled with terror, I struck each of them on the neck with a single blow, and they lost consciousness. "Rongrong," Oscar roared, his eyes instantly turning red. First spirit ability, Entwine. Third spirit ability, Spider Web Restraint. As his voice fell, countless blue-silver grass vines erupted from the ground, binding me up like a mummy. I just scoffed at this disdainfully. So he actually replicated Tang San's blue-silver grass martial soul. Then, I activated my Windblade claws. The blue-silver grass was instantly shredded to dust. Seeing this, Oscar didn't stop. Second spirit ability, Parasite. Fourth spirit ability, Blue-Silver Prison. The next second, a dozen layers of cages trapped me. Then, a golden light flashed on his arm, and the condensed blue-silver Overlord Spear instantly shot towards me as a ray of golden light. This is Tang San's 5th spirit ability, and it's extremely powerful. An ordinary spirit emperor would be instantly killed by it, but in the face of my absolute power, all of this was futile. I simply raised my hand and caught the speeding blue-silver Overlord Spear as it came at me. Then, with a wicked smile, I hurled the spear right back. It was 100 times faster than before, piercing straight through Oscar's spirit-powered defense and pinning him to the luxurious carriage in the distance. As I finished Oscar off in an instant, I sensed 3 powerful waves of spirit power from the sky far away. I couldn't help but mutter to myself, "Tang San, Dai Mubai, and Ma Hongjun are back." With that said, I wasted no time. I tucked Xiao Wu and Ning Rongrong under one arm, and Zhu Zuqing and Bai Chenxiang under the other. Then I transformed into a streak of green light, bursting out of the vast sea cosmic shroud and heading straight for the depths of the Star Do Great Forest. When Tang San and the others arrived, they saw Oscar pinned dead and the 4 girls long gone. They completely lost it on the spot. Xiao Wu, Zhu Qing, Shang Shang, the 3 of them roared, their eyes bloodshot. Instantly, the phoenix flames around Ma Hongjun erupted. Wolf bandits are lecherous by nature. If Shang Shang and the others have fallen into their hands, the consequences are unthinkable. Hearing this, Dai Mubai's body began to tremble. Don't say it. Tang San suppressed his rage and quickly gave orders. Fatty, you, go back to Shrek Academy and inform the teachers immediately. Make sure you bring Feng Shaoshan with you. His martial soul shares the same origin as the swift wind demon wolf. He can track the wolf bandit's scent. Boss Dai, you go to the border city of the Star Do Empire and bring an army. I'm afraid there might be other wolf bandits in the Star Do Great Forest. As he said this, Tang San stared furiously in the direction I had escaped. I'll go after them. Then, he transformed into a blue shadow and gave chase at top speed. Meanwhile, I sped all the way to the hidden mountain range of the Wolf Bandit clan. I never expected it to be in a low-level spirit beast region. I couldn't help but mutter to myself, the most dangerous place is indeed the safest. Plus, the caves are hidden behind a waterfall hundreds of meters wide. The Wolf Bandit clan has practically hollowed out the entire mountain. The inside is like a palace carved into the mountain, and the natural waterfall can mask the scent of blood. It works better than any protective barrier. With that, I tossed the 4 girls into the depths of the palace. Then I crouched down and couldn't help but caress Xiao Wu's ears. A rabbit's ears are the most sensitive, after all. However, just as I was about to make my move, Zhu Zuqing's eyelashes suddenly twitched. The next second, she snapped her eyes open. Seeing what I was doing, she let out a horrified scream. What are you doing? What are you trying to do to Xiao Wu? Hearing Zhu Zuqing's voice, I immediately turned my head to look at her. Guess, seeing my expression, she subconsciously tried to release her martial soul. Only to find it was still sealed. Then, I gave her a sinister smile. I want this little rabbit to bear my child. Hearing that, Zhu Zuqing immediately lunged at me. You're not human. Let go of Xiao Wu. Just snorted coldly. You're asking to die. Then I grabbed her by the neck and lifted her up. I was never human to begin with. I'm a swift wind demon wolf. If you provoke me, I wouldn't mind eating this little rabbit. At these words, Zhu Zuqing began to struggle desperately. If you dare touch me, Shrek Academy won't let you get away with it. But I paid no attention to her threats. You want to kill me? Let them come and try. After saying that, I gave her a wicked smile. I threw Zhu Zuqing over my shoulder and headed deeper into the cave, while she screamed in despair. You beast, put me down. Hearing that, my interest was suddenly piqued. Since you've already called me a beast, then I'll show you exactly what a beast does. Soon, her painful and desperate screams echoed from deep within the cave. Please, let me go. But the waterfall outside was raging, completely swallowing all sound. No one could possibly hear her cries for help. A moment later, I looked at the unconscious Zhu Zuqing on the stone bed. Just then, a system notification suddenly sounded in my mind. Congratulations, host, on siring your first offspring. Reward: a wisp of yin-yang energy from the Great Tao. The yin energy will be converted into 10 levels of spirit power for the female. The yang energy will trigger a 10-fold return. Reward 1. Bloodline evolves into the Howling Moon Azure Wolf. Comprehend the ultimate light. Reward 2. Spirit Beast's age increased by 10,000 years, reaching 80,000 years. Equivalent to a level 86 Spirit Douluo. Reward 3. Unlock the spirit ability, Half Moon Slash, which can interrupt the spirit abilities of those with lower spirit power. As the system's voice faded, the Great Tao's yin energy surged into Zhu Zuqing's body. The intense surge of energy jolted her awake from her unconscious state. The next second, her spirit power began to skyrocket. It kept rising until she reached level 70, just one spirit ring away from becoming a spirit saint. Then, she slowly opened her eyes and saw me, who was also leveling up. She recalled what had just happened, and her eyes instantly filled with despair as she started cursing. You brute. In response, the corner of my mouth curled into a smile. If you don't want anything to happen to those 3, you'd better know what you should do. And what you shouldn't do. I'll go get you some food so you can recover your strength. After saying that, I turned and left. Zhu Zuqing stared at my back, lost in thought. I can't die yet. If I die, what will happen to Xiao Wu and the others? This in mind, Zhu Zuqing dragged her exhausted body off the bed and slowly walked to the cave entrance. She woke up Xiao Wu and the other two one by one. Ning Rongrong opened her eyes, and was stunned when she saw Zhu Zuqing's disheveled clothes. Zuqing, you gave in to him? Hearing this, tears streamed from Zhu Zuqing's eyes. I had no choice. He threatened me with your lives. My martial soul was sealed, too. I couldn't fight back at all. As soon as she said this, Ning Rongrong clenched her fists in anger. That bastard. Wolf bandits aren't even human to begin with. They're naturally lecherous and even eat people. They captured us because they want us to bear their offspring. Once we give birth to a child, it's very likely they'll eat us like food. We have to quickly find a way to contact the outside world and escape. Hearing this, Zhu Zuqing began to calmly analyze the situation. The only exit here is the waterfall, which is 100 meters from the ground. With our martial souls sealed, jumping down would be suicide. Unless I can break the seal. As she spoke, Zhu Zuqing seemed to remember something. That's right, even though I was violated by that bastard, my spirit power inexplicably increased by 10 levels. As long as I can fully stabilize this new power, I'll have a chance to break the seal. Then I can kill him and get everyone out of here. Just as Ning Rongrong and Bai Chenxiang were in shock, the sound of a water ring bursting came from the cave entrance. With a black spirit ring floating around it, Crystal Deer King was thrown inside. Immediately after, I burst in through the water. You've been hungry all day. Eat something. Seeing this, besides the soulless Xiao Wu who looked on blankly, the other three girls were startled by me. Ning Rongrong looked at the 30,000-year-old spirit beast before her with a complicated expression. I, Ning Rongrong, would rather starve to death than eat food from you wolf bandits. Looking at the stubborn Ning Rongrong, I couldn't help but mutter to myself. Even as a prisoner, you still have the temper of a princess. I glanced at her mockingly. To starve to death before getting your revenge would be far too great a loss. But it's just as well, you can go reunite with Oscar down below. As soon as I said this, Ning Rongrong's expression changed drastically. What did you do to Oscar? To this, I just gave a faint smile. That fool who didn't know his place has already been killed by this king. If you want to avenge him, you'll have to stay alive first. This news was like a bolt from the blue. Ning Rongrong instantly had a mental breakdown, recklessly unleashing her hidden weapons at me. The Zug Godly Crossbow, Silent Sleeve Arrows, and Flying Heaven Godly Claws shot out one after another. Unfortunately, these attacks were meaningless to me. I didn't even release my soul power, relying solely on the formidable physique of the Howling Moon Azure Wolf. I blocked all the attacks. Quite willful, aren't you? I chuckled, then instantly teleported in front of her. And I grabbed her, tucking her under my arm. Willfulness comes with a price. I'd like to see which is harder, your mouth or your bones. Time for your punishment, time for your punishment. Ning Rongrong had become my prisoner. Yet she still had the gall to say she'd have Chen Xin hunt me down. I had no choice but to punish her. You animal, what are you doing? Ning Rongrong's beautiful face went pale with fright as she began to struggle desperately. Let me go. My heart was filled with a rage that had nowhere to go. After Tang San returns from Sea God Island, he will be invincible. I only have 3 to 5 years left to grow stronger. The people from Shrek Academy, the Tang sect, and the 7 treasure glazed tile clan outside will hunt me down sooner or later. Constant evolution is my only way out. Thinking of this, I immediately dragged Ning Rongrong deeper into the cave. Her tearful threats echoed continuously in my ears. If you dare harm me, Grandpa Sword and Grandpa Gu will definitely tear you into a million pieces. Hearing this, a smile tugged at the corner of my lips. You dare threaten me? That just makes it more exciting. Very quickly, 2 hours had passed. At this time, Ning Rongrong was unconscious on the stone bed, her face deathly pale. However, this time it didn't trigger a system prompt. It seems producing an heir is a matter of probability. Fortunately, I have plenty of time. Over the next 3 days, Ning Rongrong went from resisting to giving up all resistance. Defiance in her eyes was gradually replaced by numbness. Until dawn on the 4th day, the system's notification sound finally rang in my mind. Congratulations, host, for successfully gestating a second offspring. Reward: 1 wisp of the great Tao's yin-yang qi. The yin qi goes to Ning Rongrong. Reward. Her martial soul evolves into the god level 9 treasure exquisite pagoda. The yang qi goes to the host, triggering a tenfold reward return. Reward converting. Reward. Bloodline evolves into Howling Moon Silver Wolf. Comprehended Ultimate Lightning. Reward 2. Soul Beast lifespan increased by 10,000 years, reaching 91,000 years, equivalent to a level 90 titled Douluo's Cultivation. Reward 3. Unlocked Soul Skill, Power of Thunder. You can use lightning tribulations to temper your thunder veins and continuously advance. Hearing this, my heart was instantly filled with joy. Well now, this basically saved me from having to face lightning tribulations altogether. Fantastic, simply fantastic. Over the next 3 months, I would bring human daily supplies and various soul beast ingredients every few days. Occasionally, I would also take them out for some fresh air. After spending this time together, their attitude towards me grew more complicated. From the initial disgust and fear, it gradually turned into habit and dependence. By now, Zhu Zuqing's lower abdomen was already slightly showing, and Ning Rongrong was also showing signs of pregnancy. After scouting a 100-li radius around the cave and finding no trace of any soul masters, I let Ning Rongrong and Zhu Zuqing go wash up under the waterfall. I, on the other hand, lay down at the cave's entrance to sunbathe, while Bai Chenxiang watched the two girls washing themselves down below. Her eyes suddenly lit up. Her opportunity had arrived. They both received their boons. Ning Rongrong's martial soul evolved into the God Tier 9 Treasures Glazed Tile Pagoda. Zhu Zuqing's soul power even broke through to the Soul Saint level. Yet she always felt like an outsider. She couldn't fit in with the Shrek 7 devils. Am I really not trying hard enough? This thought, Bai Chenxiang made her decision. After gently comforting Xiao Wu, she quietly crept over to me. Sensing her approach, I raised my eyelids for a moment, then slowly closed them again. I had never laid a hand on her. For one, her frame was far too petite. For another, I had promised Ning Rongrong and Zhu Zuqing that I wouldn't harm her or Xiao Wu for the time being. As for Xiao Wu, it's not that I won't make a move, it's just that the time isn't right yet. Her soul resides with Tang San. Once I'm powerful enough, I'll slowly make Tang San suffer. That's far more satisfying than just killing him outright. But before I could dwell on it, Bai Chenxiang interrupted my train of thought. Lord Wolf King, I want to become stronger. Hearing this, I opened my eyes. I turned my head to look at her, finding it a bit amusing. Ning Rongrong and Zhu Zuqing have gone to great lengths to protect you. Are you sure you want to offer yourself up to me like this? They don't understand me. Please, Lord Wolf King, grant me this. Seeing this, a smirk played on my lips. Since she was offering herself up so willingly, I had no reason to refuse. My cultivation is already at 97,000 years. I'm only 3,000 years away from 100,000. This is the perfect chance to break through to that 100,000 year cultivation level. Why wouldn't I take it? At that thought, I beckoned to Bai Chenxiang. Come here. Seeing this, she bit her lip and walked over to me. Just then, as Ning Rongrong and Zhu Zuqing were washing in the waterfall, 2 great beams of light suddenly descended from the sky. Both girls were startled. The feeling was exactly the same as the 2 times it had happened to them. They both looked up towards the cave entrance. Is it Xiao Wu or Bai Chenxiang? Hearing that, Ning Rongrong's eyes widened as she looked closely. It's Bai Chenxiang. The moment she spoke, a great yin energy surged into Bai Chenxiang's body. Bai Chenxiang immediately began to tremble with excitement. It worked. My martial soul, it successfully evolved. At the same time, the system's notification chimed once again. Congratulations, host, for completing the cultivation of the 3rd offspring. Yin energy has been bestowed upon Bai Chenxiang. Reward. Her martial soul has evolved into the top-tier martial soul, the Azure Luan. Yang energy has triggered a 10-fold return. Reward 1. Bloodline has evolved into the Howling Moon Heavenly Wolf. You have comprehended the ultimate wood attribute. Reward 2. Soul Beast age increased by 10,000 years. You have reached 101,000 years, equivalent to the cultivation of a level 93 titled Douluo. Reward. Soul Skill, Wood Dragon Demon Vine, unlocked. All flora now submits to you. Urgent notification. Host has broken through 100,000 years of soul beast cultivation and is about to trigger the divine tribulation lightning. Please adjust your condition and prepare for the emergency immediately. Whoa, crap, it's happening so soon? I'm not even ready yet. However, the second my words faded, muffled thunder rumbled across the Douluo Great Forest. Seeing this, I couldn't help but fall into deep thought. Spirit beasts usually have two paths to becoming a god. At 100,000 years, one can take human form and start cultivating anew, or endure 9 lightning tribulations and ascend. Taking human form would mean all my progress goes down the drain, so I can only choose to endure the lightning tribulation. However, with my ultimate lightning evolution attribute, this tribulation shouldn't be too difficult to overcome. But such a huge commotion will definitely attract a lot of attention. I absolutely cannot undergo the tribulation here. Thinking of this, I immediately waved Ning Rongrong and Zhu Zuqing into the cave and placed a barrier at the entrance. I then headed straight for the depths of the Douluo Great Forest. Meanwhile, Tang San and Ma Hongjun were continuing their search deep within the Douluo Great Forest. For 3 months, Shrek Academy, the 7 treasure glazed tile school, and also the Tang sect in the Luo Empire had never given up their search for the 4 girls. They just hadn't been found because the waterfall barrier concealed their aura. Just then, Yu Shaogang, Flender, Liu Erlong, and Feng Shaoshan happened to be passing by. Seeing the sky filled with dark clouds and rumbling thunder, Yu Shaogang's jaw dropped in shock. This is the aura of a 100,000-year-old spirit beast undergoing tribulation. How could a 100,000-year-old spirit beast appear in the outer parts of the Douluo Great Forest? Hearing this, Tang San's pupils constricted. It's the wolf bandit. The moment he said this, everyone's expression changed dramatically. A 100,000-year-old. A wolf bandit of this level. I'm afraid only Chen Xin and Ji Yurong could deal with it. At this, Yu Shaogang made a swift decision. Huo Wu, Shui Binger, you two go to the mountain range and scout out the wolf bandit's lair. Don't act rashly. The rest of you, follow me. Although we're not as strong as that wolf bandit, a spirit beast's tribulation is a matter of life and death. If we strike at the critical moment, we're sure to succeed. They're hunting me. After I transmigrated into Douluo and took the 3 Shrek beauties to bear my children. I'm actually being hunted by a party from Shrek Academy. At that moment, I was on the other side, rampaging forward. Unleashing the aura of a 100,000-year-old spirit beast, I had already pushed my speed to the limit. Even though I intimidated all the spirit beasts along the way, I was still caught up by the figures behind me. At this, the corners of my mouth curled up into a smirk. So, they're trying to strike me down while I'm vulnerable. If that's the case, then let's settle all our scores today. With that thought, I silently descended upon the mountain peak, quietly awaiting the arrival of the divine tribulation lightning. Meanwhile, Tang San and the others, after stealthily approaching the mountain range, had quietly hidden themselves within the vast sea cosmic shroud. Yu Shaogang looked at me on the peak, feeling a little worried. Little San, do you think we were discovered just now? Hearing this, Tang San replied with a trace of lingering fear. It probably sensed something. Luckily, I activated the vast sea cosmic shroud's invisibility skill in time. It shouldn't know our exact position now. After saying that, he thought of Xiao Wu, and a powerful killing intent instantly erupted from his body. Just then, Liu Erlong patted his shoulder. Little San, don't be reckless. The 3 of us will lead the main attack. You, Ma Hongjun, and Feng Shaoshan will wait for an opportunity to strike. Xiao Wu is my daughter too. I won't abandon her. And at that moment, on the mountain peak, I finally faced the first bolt of lightning. I instantly transformed into a 10-meter-long beast form, taking the full force of the blow with my body. Seeing this, Yu Shaogang began to explain the patterns of the lightning tribulation. A spirit beast's tribulation requires enduring 9 bolts of lightning. Each subsequent bolt becomes more powerful. We'll wait for the 8th bolt of lightning to strike. Then we'll attack, and together with the 9th divine bolt, we'll take its life. Hearing this, everyone nodded, quietly waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Model. A moment later, 7 cyan pillars of lightning came crashing down from the sky, slamming my body directly into the mountain range. The power of the divine lightning was just as Yu Shaogang said, growing stronger with each strike. I deliberately suppressed my aura bit by bit. Yu Shaogang stared at the scene, his eyes filled with disbelief. He mumbled to himself, his physique is just too powerful. But he was also certain that my weakening aura was a sign that I had been severely wounded by the lightning tribulation. Tang San's eyes grew eager. It was clear he couldn't hold back the urge to make his move. Just as he was about to act, Dai Mubai arrived with several soul sages from the Star Luo Empire. They quickly formed a circle, surrounding me completely. "You damn wolf bandit, I never thought I'd see you like this." Dai Mubai glared at me viciously. "You're at the end of the road now. Tell me where Zuqing is. Maybe then I'll spare your pathetic life." I just scoffed in response. "Evil eye white tiger, Dai Mubai." Hearing this, Dai Mubai's brow furrowed. "How do you know who I am?" "Zuqing told me," I said, the corner of my mouth curling into a smirk. "She even begged me to spare your life." My words made Dai Mubai completely snap. "Shut up, how arrogant, you think you have the right to say her name?" Attack! With a loud roar from Dai Mubai, several soul sages simultaneously condensed pure soul power. The next second, several powerful streams of soul power shot toward the sky. They converged in the air, forming a giant orb of light that shot straight toward me. At the same time, the final bolt of golden divine lightning suddenly descended. A domain of lightning, hundreds of meters in diameter, instantly engulfed me. Seeing this, Yu Shaogang also began to give orders. "Flander, Erlong, now." Hearing this, Tang San immediately put away the vast sea cosmic shroud and took to the air with Ma Hongjun and Feng Xiaoshan. The next second, Liu Erlong pulled Yu Shaogang over, and Flander flew to their side. The three of them quickly formed a triangular formation. Then, Yu Shaogang's loud shout was heard. "Let the sun and moon shine, and the gold transform." 3 rays of golden light instantly burst from their bodies. A golden triangle formed with the 3 of them as its vertices. At that moment, Yu Shaogang let out a low growl, and summoned Luo Sanpao. The soul rings of all 3 floated out and surged toward Luo Sanpao. Soon, Luo Sanpao transformed into a 20-meter-long golden dragon. Yu Shaogang's voice, full of power and coldness, rang out. "The golden sacred dragon is formed. This wolf bandit is cruel by nature. Today, we will enact heaven's justice and destroy this abomination that is despised by all." As soon as he said this, Tang San and the others unleashed their soul skills. Tang San used his 5th soul skill, the Blue-Silver Overlord Spear. Ma Hongjun used his 5th soul skill, the Phoenix Meteor Shower. Feng Xiaoshan used his 6th soul skill, Hurricane Tornado. Dai Mubai used his 6th soul skill, the White Tiger Demolition Kill. All of their attacks flew toward me at once, with power rivaling a full-strength blow from a titled Douluo. Under the rain of soul skills, the main peak instantly collapsed, stirring up a massive cloud of dust and sand. The soul beasts of the Star Do Great Forest scattered and fled. Everyone thought I was surely dead, but the next second, a faint blue point of light began to spread quietly from within the swirling gray dust. Then, my muffled, low voice rang out. "And I thought your combined attack was supposed to be powerful. Turns out it was nothing special." Hearing my voice, Tang San immediately focused his gaze using his purple demon eye. He saw my cyan celestial wolf body, standing over 10 meters tall, rise from the deep pit completely unharmed. I slammed my fist into the ground, and lightning instantly shot out like a spiderweb. The dozens of soul sages closest to me were instantly sent flying before they could even react. This scene left Tang San and the others completely dumbfounded. So strong, he actually succeeded in his tribulation. And he even has the lightning attribute. The 3 maintaining the golden sacred dragon were also filled with shock. A Soul Saint's martial soul avatar couldn't withstand this single lightning strike? Yu Shaogang's expression changed drastically after a moment of thought. "Damn it, we fell for it, little San, Mubai, run." Seeing this, I couldn't help but let out a cold snort. "Since you're here, then you can all be buried here." Tribulation, lightning. As my roar faded, the divine lightning that had already ended descended from the heavens once more. But this time, I was no longer the target. It was those soul saints who were sent flying by the blast. With the lingering power of the lightning still inside their bodies, there was no need to lock on. The next second, agonizing screams echoed throughout the mountain range. Tang San and the others watched helplessly as several soul saints were devoured by the lightning. This scene made Yu Shaogang roar in fury. "You beast, stop this at once. How could you be so cruel and ruthless? You'll die a miserable death." Still barking like a dog, I said, looking coldly at Yu Shaogang. "Your hypocrisy is just like your disciples. The strong prey on the weak. When you all ambushed me just now, Why didn't you say anything about being ruthless then? Stop barking, now it's your turn. As soon as I finished speaking, the power of lightning erupted from within my body. The next moment, thunderclouds roiled, and arcs of blue, yellow, and gold lightning immediately appeared in the sky. Seeing this, Yu Shaogang cried out in shock. It's the legendary three-colored divine lightning. He quickly commanded his golden sacred dragon to launch a fierce counterattack, while I controlled the three-colored lightning spear and struck down. The golden sacred dragon was instantly split in two. After dealing with the golden sacred dragon, I suddenly realized Tang San was long gone. It turns out he had taken Dai Mubai, Ma Hongjun, and Feng Shaoshan, and escaped into the vast sea cosmic shroud. I couldn't help but laugh at this. How ridiculous. Everyone says he and Yu Shaogang are as close as father and son. But now he abandons his master to flee for his life. Utterly hypocritical. However, no sooner had my words faded than a streak of black light shot toward the sky. It was Flender, who had transformed into his martial soul avatar and was fleeing north at full speed. At the same time, a fire dragon was carrying the unconscious Yu Shaogang and flying in the opposite direction. Seeing this, I unleashed an ultimate light crescent slash, sending it straight for Flender. Catching a glimpse of this, Liu Erlong cried out in alarm, but it was already too late to stop it. The next second, Flender's body instantly vaporized in midair. After finishing him off, I turned to look at Liu Erlong. Immediately after, a bolt of cyan heavenly lightning struck her red dragon avatar fiercely. With a piercing dragon's roar, her red dragon avatar instantly dissipated. Yu Shaogang's body also exploded and vaporized within the lightning. A moment later, Liu Erlong, covered in blood, plummeted from the sky, crashing heavily into the mountain range. Seeing this, I retracted my Dharma avatar and returned to my original form. I landed in front of Liu Erlong. Looking down at her unconscious form, the corners of my mouth couldn't help but curl upwards. How could I pass up a top-tier beauty with such lingering charm, delivered right to my door? She'd be perfect for taking back to bear children. But before I could dwell on the thought, a dangerous aura suddenly washed over me. I saw two streaks of light, one blue and one black, racing over from the western sky. It was Sword Dao Chen Xin and Ji Yu Rong. At the sight of them, I couldn't help but hesitate. It seems there's no time to settle things with Tang San. I'll let him cling to his miserable life for a few more days. Just then, I thought of Xiao Wu back in the cave, and I felt a little more at ease. Sometimes, living is far more painful than death, Tang San. From this day forward, you can look forward to the torment of your trembling soul rings. Without further hesitation, I picked up Liu Erlong, transformed into a streak of cyan light, and vanished over the horizon. However, just after I left, Chen Xin, Ji Yu Rong, and the others arrived. They were all shocked by the scene of utter devastation. Seeing this, Tang San and the others also came out of the vast sea cosmic shroud and explained what happened during the hunt. After hearing the story, everyone stood frozen in shock. A moment later, Tang San was the first to break the silence. That wolf bandit killed my teacher. I will have my revenge. But now is not the time for grief. We must gather our forces as quickly as possible and find his lair. For every minute we delay, Xiao Wu and the others are in that much more danger. Hearing this, Dai Mubai looked troubled. They had lost too many soul sages in this operation. There were barely any forces left to mobilize. To this, Tang San responded with a grim expression. We still have a way. Senior Chenxin, Senior Ji Yu Rong. I am going to the depths of the Star Do Great Forest to borrow the power of the Titan Giant Ape and the Sky Azure Bull to find Xiao Wu. It's all my fault for not protecting her. I must go, no matter the cost. But Tang San shook his head and refused, telling him and Ji Yu Rong to continue searching for my trail. He also had Feng Shaoshan hurry back to the academy to ask for the old freak, and finally, had Dai Mubai use the Star Luo Empire's intelligence network to spread the news, in order to draw more forces to make me show myself. Dai Mubai understood instantly. Tang San wanted to use the Spirit Hall's power to deal with me. Although he had his reservations, he had no choice but to do as he was told. At this moment, I had already returned to the cave with Liu Erlong. Seeing me return safely, Ning Rongrong, Zhu Zuqing, and Bai Chenxiang immediately came forward to greet me. Wolf King, seeing the unconscious Liu Erlong in my arms, the three of them froze. I tossed her directly into the cave. Then, I gave the three women some instructions. Watch her, I'm going to find some medicinal herbs. I've stirred up a human hornet's nest this time. We'll have to move to the core region of the Star Do Great Forest soon. You all must not get agitated. Be careful not to upset the babies. With that said, I transformed into a green light and shot out of the cave. Meanwhile, in the Pope's palace in Spirit City on the other side, Bibi Dong was frowning over the failure at the Heaven Do Palace. Just then, a red-robed cardinal rushed in to report. Your Holiness, the Supreme Pontiff, we've received word from the Jiangxin City branch that a 100,000-year-old spirit beast has appeared in the Star Do Great Forest. Hearing this, Bibi Dong slightly raised her eyelids. Is this information reliable? It is. And that spirit beast has already been severely injured. They say it doesn't have long to live. As he spoke, the red-robed cardinal suddenly changed the subject. Your Holiness, there is another piece of news concerning Shrek Academy. I'm not sure if I should report it. To this, Bibi Dong uttered a single cold word. Speak. Hearing this, the red-robed cardinal hesitantly revealed the news. The 3 great deans of Shrek Academy have unfortunately met their end in the Star Do Great Forest. None of them survived. As soon as these words were spoken, Bibi Dong shot up from her seat in shock. Her powerful spirit energy burst forth, instantly turning the stone throne beneath her into dust. What did you say? At that moment, the 3 women in the cave were waiting for my return. Liu Erlong, who was tied up, slowly opened her eyes. She was filled with astonishment when she saw Ning Rongrong and the others. Rongrong, Zuqing, why are you all here? Seeing Liu Erlong awake, Ning Rongrong's face lit up with joy. Teacher Erlong, you're awake. The Wolf King went out to get medicinal herbs for you. He should be back soon. Hearing the words, Wolf King, Liu Erlong's expression changed drastically. The images of Flender and Yu Shaoging's tragic deaths instantly flooded her mind. Then, she completely lost control and started screaming hysterically. You're already calling that beast the Wolf King? Do you have any idea what he's done? Liu Erlong struggled desperately, trying to break free from her restraints, only to find that her spirit had long been sealed. I can't move at all, Rongrong. What are you all standing around for? Untie me, I'll get you out of this hellhole. Upon hearing this, Zhu Zuqing and Ning Rongrong instinctively touched their bellies, their expressions extremely complicated. 3 months ago, they still longed to be rescued. But now, pregnant with my children, how could they face the outside world if they left? They had long lost the courage to leave. Seeing this, Liu Erlong started screaming hysterically. What in the world are you waiting for? Has that bastard bewitched you or something? Just then, my voice suddenly came from the cave entrance. Don't waste your energy. They won't go with you. Before I finished speaking, I threw 3 colossal beasts into the cave. I brought back a 10,000-year green Luan, a 50,000-year black tiger, and a 50,000-year 9-colored spirit fox. These were prepared specifically for the 3 women. The spirit rings are also the maximum age they can absorb at their current level. The green Luan matches Bai Chenxiang's wind attribute martial soul. The black tiger is compatible with Zhu Zuqing's agility attack type martial soul. As for the 9-colored spirit fox, it can comprehensively enhance all of Ning Rongrong's attributes. Gathering herbs on this trip was just a side task. The main purpose was to find these spirit beasts for the 3 women. Their spirit power had already reached a bottleneck, and they needed to absorb spirit rings to advance. And it's not that I care about them, I only care about the children in their wombs. If just being pregnant can trigger a heaven-defying reward, then if the children are born safely, the reward will surely be even greater. Thinking of this, I pulled Ning Rongrong next to the 9-colored spirit fox and caressed her slightly showing belly. Don't you mistreat our daughter. As soon as these words were spoken, Ning Rongrong's pretty face flushed slightly. How do you know it's a girl? Because I like daughters. As I said this, I casually pulled Zhu Zuqing into my arms. You have to do your part, too. Bear me a beautiful daughter. Hearing this, Zhu Zuqing shyly stammered, It's not up to me. But I like daughters, too. Nearby, Liu Erlong watched this scene as if she'd been struck by lightning. They're all insane. An intense sense of panic instantly washed over her. They were all actually pregnant with that wolf bandit's child. Wolf bandits are lecherous by nature. Does that mean I'll suffer the same fate? But before she could think any further, I pinched Bai Chenxiang's cheek. I've temporarily lifted the seal on the 3 of your martial souls. It will take a few days to absorb the spirit rings and adapt to the spirit power. As for Xiao Wu, you don't need to worry about her. I will take care of her personally. After speaking, I wrapped my arm around Xiao Wu's slender waist and led the hollow-eyed girl deeper into the cave. Seeing this, Liu Erlong struggled desperately and screamed, "You bastard! What do you think you're doing? Let go of Xiao Wu. Don't hurt her. What's with all the yelling?" As I spoke, the corner of my mouth curled into a smirk. "Xiao Wu is your goddaughter, isn't she? Tang San went to great lengths trying to kill me. Having Xiao Wu bear a child for me. Let's just call it emotional compensation. That's not too much to ask, is it?" Hearing this, Liu Erlong's eyes went wide. "Isn't it enough that Zhu Zuqing and the others are already carrying your children? You wouldn't even spare Xiao Wu?" Of course not. After that thought, I sank into deep contemplation. I knew perfectly well that on this Douluo continent where the strong reign supreme, even 100,000 years of cultivation is no guarantee of safety. Chen Xin, Ji Yu Rong, the Clear Sky Clan, and Spirit Hall could all pose a fatal threat to me. Besides, since I took out Yu Xiaobing, it's bound to infuriate Bibi Dong. I was prepared for all of this long ago. Only by constantly getting stronger can I protect everything I desire. Just then, Liu Erlong's roar interrupted my thoughts. "You bastard, I'm going to kill you." Hearing this, I gave her a cold glance. "Stop shouting, you're next." As soon as I finished speaking, without waiting for her to speak, I casually summoned a vine. It wrapped tightly around her mouth. Then, I took Xiao Wu and headed straight into the cave. Looking at her vacant eyes, I let out a soft sigh. Such a pitiful, lovable, and heart-wrenching sight. But, as long as you bear this king a litter of little white rabbits, this king will certainly not treat you poorly in the future. With that said, I slowly approached her as she watched with a terrified and helpless gaze. Meanwhile, in the core circle of the Star Do Great Forest on the other side, Tang San stood before the Titan Giant Ape and the Sky Blue Bull Python. Crying his eyes out, he told them the news of Xiao Wu's disappearance. After hearing this, the Titan Giant Ape roared in fury. "What's the use of that? Tang San, you're not a man at all. Sister Xiao Wu sacrificed her life and soul to save you. And you have the nerve to say you lost her. If Sister Xiao Wu's spirit ring and spirit bone weren't still on you, I'd really want to slap you to death." Hearing this, the Sky Blue Bull Python also scolded him angrily. "When you left the Star Do Great Forest, you promised over and over that you would never be separated from Sister Xiao Wu. Unless you were dead, and now, Sister Xiao Wu's fate is unknown. Yet you still have the gall to be alive." Da Ming's words were like a blade to the heart. Tang San was already in agony, and at this moment, his spirit was on the verge of collapse. Just then, the 6 spirit rings on Tang San's body suddenly shot out uncontrollably. It was Xiao Wu's soul reacting. Seeing this, Tang San's heart leapt with joy. Ever since Xiao Wu's body and soul were separated, the soul within the spirit ring had lost contact with me. I never expected it to react today. However, the next second, Xiao Wu's soul floated out of the spirit ring, and her body began to writhe uncontrollably. She could be heard murmuring softly, "Brother." Seeing this, Tang San's smile instantly froze on his face. He knew that Xiao Wu had now been completely defiled by me. A furious roar instantly echoed throughout the entire Star Do Great Forest. Meanwhile, Tang San's roar also forcibly awakened Xiao Wu's soul. Xiao Wu's eyes shot open. She had thought the man in her dream was Tang San. After seeing everything clearly, she was overcome with shame. She no longer had the face to see Tang San and directly turned into a streak of red light, returning to the spirit ring. But that blood-red spirit ring continued to tremble. On my end, I looked at Xiao Wu lying on the bed. I stretched. This was already the second day. It seems it's not going to happen. I'll continue again tomorrow. This body, formed from the crystal blood dragon ginseng, is a bit lacking. It has no soul, and no feeling. It seems I'll have to find a way to make Tang San resurrect Xiao Wu. Thinking of this, I appeared in front of Liu Erlong. A smirk of unsated desire played on my lips. "Teacher Erlong." Liu Erlong felt my searing gaze and let out defiant whimpers from her mouth. Then, with a wave of my hand, I released the vine trapping her mouth, and swaggered towards her. Seeing this, a flash of panic crossed Liu Erlong's eyes. "What are you trying to do? Don't come any closer. You killed Xiao Gang. I'm going to kill you." Hearing her words, I couldn't help but laugh. "You want to kill me? You can try. But first, you have to bear a child for me." Hearing this, Liu Erlong gritted her teeth. "In your dreams, I have only ever loved Yu Xiaogang in my entire life. Why would I ever bear a child for a spirit beast like you? Besides, you killed Xiao Gang. Don't you realize you're a dead man already? At this, I just scoffed. You're just worried I'll die in the fire of Bibi Dong's revenge, aren't you? You're not actually thinking of having your love rival get revenge for you, are you? The moment I said that, Liu Erlong's eyes flew open. You actually know about Bibi Dong? Hearing that, I stroked my chin, sizing her up. This king finds calling you teacher more appealing. Don't ask questions unrelated to bearing a child. From now on, you will listen only to this king. Dying is not an option. We can discuss revenge some other day. With that said, I stopped wasting words. I swept Liu Erlong into my arms and walked into the cave. Soon, 7 days had passed. The familiar qi of the great Tao of Yin and Yang finally descended. Liu Erlong gazed at the ceiling of the cave, her eyes vacant. But in the next moment, she realized her spirit power was surging uncontrollably. The ridiculous speed of her breakthrough caught her completely off guard. A system prompt sounded in my head. Congratulations, host, on completing the gestation of your 4th and 5th heirs. Doubled rewards are being prepared. Hearing that, I was shocked. Holy crap, there are actually 2 of them. Are they twins? As expected, Liu Erlong is quite fertile. Before I could even process it, a series of system rewards began to chime in. Congratulations, host, for absorbing the qi of the great Tao of Yin and Yang. 2 wisps of Yin qi are transferred to Liu Erlong. Reward: 8 levels of spirit power. Her cultivation is elevated to the rank of spirit Douluo. Her fire dragon martial soul evolves into the god-level Crimson Flame Sacred Dragon. The Yang qi is transferred to the host. Tenfold reward multiplier triggered. Reward 1. Evolution into the Devouring Wolf Emperor. Reward 2. Spirit Beast lifespan increased by 30,000 years. Reward 3. Unlocked spirit ability. Abyssal Slash. Reward 4. Unlocked spirit ability. Abyssal Devour. As the system notifications ended, my muscles bulged at a visible rate. Wind, light, thunder, wood, and darkness. The powers of the 5 great elements flickered around me. Seeing this, couldn't help but ponder. Of the 9 great elements, I have now grasped 5 of them. At this rate, I'll only need 4 more offspring to collect them all. It's a shame there's been no progress with Xiao Wu. It looks like I'll have to find another method. Just then, Ning Rongrong, Zhu Zuqing, and Bai Chenxiang walked in from outside. Congratulations, Wolf King. Did you have another breakthrough? Compared to before they absorbed the spirit rings, the 3 women's complexions looked healthier. Perhaps it's true that feelings develop over time, or maybe it was because they were carrying my children. They had already grown accustomed to this life. Their attitude toward me had also softened considerably. I smoothly pulled Ning Rongrong and Zhu Zuqing into my arms. Yes, I broke through, but the trouble waiting outside is almost here too. But no matter, they dare to come for this king's life. In a moment, this king will go out and slaughter them all. After the 3 women chimed in agreement, Ning Rongrong suddenly saw the bound Liu Erlong. Wolf King, since Teacher Erlong is carrying your child, could you please have mercy and let her down? Hearing this, Liu Erlong's eyes shot open. She looked at Ning Rongrong in disbelief. What did you say? You're saying I'm carrying that beast's child? Upon hearing this, Ning Rongrong nodded affirmatively. Zhu Zuqing also took the opportunity to lean against my chest. Wolf King, from now on, you must treat us well. I glanced at Liu Erlong, a smile playing on my lips. Teacher Erlong is a good teacher. Don't worry, this king only believes that feelings grow over time. For the sake of this king's children, this king will also do his part. As soon as the words left my mouth, I felt the auras outside the cave, and my expression instantly hardened. What I'm worried about isn't the 2 soul Douluos outside, Yang Wudi and Taitan, but rather, Dugu Bo, who has silently infiltrated the mountain range, and 3 other powerful auras hidden in the shadows. Bibi Dong sure got here fast. She must want to tear me to shreds. It seems there's no hiding. I can only face them head on. But before I could think any further, an authoritative voice pierced through the waterfall and entered the cave. Damned wolf bandit, I can feel your aura. Show yourself at once. Hearing this, I sneered, and in the next second, I appeared above the lake's surface. Seeing me appear, Yang Wudi's pupils contracted instantly. The difference in our power also made Taitan instantly calm down. Wolf King, it's not easy for a spirit beast to cultivate. Hand over Bai Chenxiang and the others, and we will no longer make things difficult for you. To this, I just sneered, Threaten this king? Do you think you're worthy? As my voice fell, the clear, cloudless sky was instantly filled with rolling thunder. Considering you're the child's elders, this king will give you a chance to live. Get out of the Star Do Great Forest. As soon as these words were spoken, young Wudi's expression changed dramatically. What child? This king and Bai Chenxiang's child, of course. I explained to him. Bai Chenxiang is now carrying this king's child. That's why I haven't killed you. But if you don't appreciate my kindness, then this chance to live will be gone. Hearing this, young Wudi looked as if he'd been struck by lightning. He immediately let out a furious roar and summoned. How dare you defile Chenxiang? You've gone too far. After speaking, he focused his entire aura into his soul-breaking spear. Stepping on the void, even when facing me, whose spirit power is a whole level higher. His momentum didn't falter in the slightest as he lunged straight for my face. Seeing this, a cold smirk appeared on my lips. A little interesting, but still not enough. You're not even dodging? How arrogant. As he spoke, young Wudi's first spirit ability lit up, directly shattering my protective spirit power barrier. This spear strike was majestic, domineering, and sharp. Whether it was the members of the Strength Clan or the Breaking Clan, or perhaps Bibi Dong, Chrysanthemum Douluo, and Ghost Douluo, who were hidden in the shadows, all widened their eyes in amazement at young Wudi's attack. But in the next second, the tricolored lightning that gathered between my brows blocked the soul-breaking spear. Seeing this, Bibi Dong's pupils suddenly constricted. What is that? This wolf beast actually possesses both wind and lightning attributes. It's simply incredible. I, however, just stared coldly at young Wudi. Are you done playing around? As my words fell, the tricolored lightning instantly erupted, surging along the soul-breaking spear toward young Wudi. Not good. With that, young Wudi instantly unleashed his 7th spirit skill, Tool Spirit Avatar. Soul-breaking spear, accompanied by young Wudi's low shout. Dark light burst from the soul-breaking spear. He intended to use it to shatter the lightning force on the spear. But he still underestimated the power of the tricolored divine lightning. The next second, young Wudi's arm was burned to a crisp at a speed visible to the naked eye. Titan was shocked by the scene. He immediately unleashed his 7th spirit skill, Martial Soul Avatar, and threw his 8th spirit skill, Titan's Heaven-Shaking Fist, with all his power. And young Wudi, despite losing an arm, dared not hold back. All 8 of his spirit rings lit up. He charged toward me again with fearless resolve. The ultimate attacks of 2 spirit Douluos came straight for me. But facing such powerful attacks, I didn't move an inch. Avatar Manifestation. As soon as I spoke, my body suddenly grew in size. Then, I slowly opened my mouth, and a bright crescent moon appeared within it. This was the half-moon slash in its strongest form. The immense pressure made even the distant Bibi Dong tremble uncontrollably. Even her 2 spider emperor spirits felt fear. Then, a roar erupted from my mouth. Half-moon slash. The light from Titan's Heaven-Shaking Fist dissipated in an instant. Young Wudi's soul-breaking spear shattered, its light scattering. I watched as both their pupils dilated in shock. I gave a slight smile. Regretting it now? Too bad, it's too late. The next second, a powerful spirit energy explosion rocked the entire mountain range. Titan and young Wudi were utterly crushed by the half-moon slash, leaving only a peculiar, large flower floating in the air. The exquisite silk tulip. It's the bane of all poisons. It can neutralize any toxin. It doesn't cure poison, but it suppresses it. Seeing this, my eyes lit up. I opened my mouth and inhaled the large flower. This scene drove the Tang sect disciples into a frenzy. Thousands of bolts from their Zug godly crossbows shot through the air, all of them flying straight at me. But when the bolts struck my avatar manifestation, they only created a stream of sparks, completely unable to break through my defense. Enraged, a cold glint appeared in my eyes. You're courting death. Wood Dragon Demon Vine. At my command, several dragon roars echoed across the land. The ground trembled as countless vines erupted from the soil. Several azure wood dragons flew out, heading straight for the Tang sect disciples. All the Tang sect disciples met their bitter end right then and there. Wind, wood, light, lightning. This wolf beast actually possesses 4 elemental attributes. Bibi Dong, watching from the shadows, couldn't help but mutter to herself. I will have this spirit ring. Hearing this, Chrysanthemum Douluo, who stood beside her, swallowed nervously. Your Holiness, perhaps we should. But before he could finish speaking, Bibi Dong cut him off. Don't act rashly. The 3 of us can't take him down quickly. Besides, people from Shrek Academy and the 7 Treasure Glazed Tile School could be nearby. The losses would outweigh the gains if we attack now. Yu Guan, return to Spirit Hall at once and gather our forces. Gui Mei, you will leak the information about this wolf beast to Shrek Academy. Sometimes, you don't have to do the hunting yourself. I'll stay here and monitor the situation in case anything changes. After receiving their orders, Chrysanthemum and Ghost Douluo vanished in a flash of black and yellow light. Seeing this, the corners of my mouth curled up in a slight smile. Tang San, the 7 Treasure Glazed Tile Clan, and Spirit Hall have all made me their #1 target. If I want to survive, I have to keep getting stronger. But Liu Erlong and the others are already pregnant, and there's still no sign from Xiao Wu. Now that a willing Bibi Dong has delivered herself to my doorstep, I can't just let her leave without bearing my child, can I? However, even though I have the ultimate darkness attribute as my trump card, I'm still wary of Chrysanthemum and Ghost Douluo's bipolar static field. Now that Chrysanthemum and Ghost Douluo are gone, maybe I can give it a shot. With this in mind, I turned my gaze toward the spot where Bibi Dong was hiding. Your Holiness, since you're here, there's no need to hide anymore. As soon as these words left my mouth, Bibi Dong shuddered, and then she revealed herself. You were actually able to find me? How strange. So, you heard our entire conversation just now? I did. I replied bluntly, Your Holiness. You seem to be trying everything you can to have me killed. Looking at Bibi Dong, a strange restlessness stirred within me. It was as if time had never left its mark on her. Her empress-like aura was enough to make one a little impulsive. Faced with my undisguised stare, Bibi Dong frowned slightly. Have you had your fill of looking? You killed someone you shouldn't have. I must be the one to personally take your life. I admit, I can't defeat you today. So I will let you live a little longer. So what if you discovered me? If I want to leave, you can't stop me. Not bad, spoken like a true empress. But since you're here, I can't let you leave so easily. You came here to kill me. If I were to just let you go, what would that do to my reputation? As I spoke, my eyes roamed wantonly over her body. I'll give you 2 choices. 1. Submit to me. 2. I send you to meet Yu Shaogang. The choice is yours. Hearing the name, Yu Shaogang, was like touching a dragon's reverse scale. Bibi Dong instantly erupted. You're courting death. As she spoke, her 9 spirit rings appeared in an instant, and she unleashed her Death Spider Emperor martial soul. A good move. My eyebrow twitched as the aura of my devouring wolf emperor surged once more. The full imperial might of a nearly 150,000-year-old beast unfolded. The moment the ultimate darkness attribute was released, Bibi Dong was so shocked she felt her heart would explode. Ultimate darkness attribute. So that's why my 2 spider emperor martial souls were afraid. Can he really have 5 attributes? The #1 beast of the Star Do Great Forest. According to the histories of the Douluo continent, a spirit beast with 5 attributes has never appeared in the Star Do Great Forest. This is impossible. At this thought, Bibi Dong's body flickered, transforming into a giant spider. This was her martial soul's true form, the Death Spider Emperor. An intense purple light immediately burst forth. Her death domain spread wide. Wherever the purple light passed, all the vegetation was corroded into charcoal. A domain, a little interesting. With that, a smirk formed on my lips. I instantly unleashed my nether domain. The nether domain can nullify any domain of the darkness attribute. I watched as the spreading purple light was immediately devoured by the black light of my nether domain. Immediately, several wood dragon demon vines erupted from the ground beneath Bibi Dong. In response, Bibi Dong just snorted coldly. Ridiculous. You know full well that my Death Spider Emperor is the bane of all living things. Yet you still attack with plants? As she finished speaking, her 4th, black spirit ring began to glow. The single target defense skill, Thorn Spider Armor, activates. The next second, the wood dragon demon vine collided with the Thorn Spider Armor. The terrifying force of the impact nearly sent Bibi Dong flying. Soon, the wood dragon demon vine quickly withered and was completely corroded. The air filled with the smell of burnt vegetation. After that one strike, Bibi Dong exclaimed, "Something's not right." What is this plant? As she spoke, she felt a strange fire ignite in her lower abdomen. It's poison, rosemary. With that, she desperately used her soul power to suppress the spreading fire. You beast, how dare you plot against me? Hearing this, I couldn't help but laugh. Does being noble keep you alive? You want to kill me. So did you really expect me to just hand over my soul ring and soul bone to you? Bibi Dong could only feel her body growing hotter and hotter. She fought the urge to tear off her clothes as her dazed eyes were replaced by a pinkish hue. She finally realized the severity of the situation and immediately transformed into a streak of light to flee. Seeing this, a wicked smile curled on my lips. Trying to run? With that, I instantly gave chase. Bibi Dong, you can't escape. The more you run, the more excited this king gets. Why not surrender to me? We could get to know each other much better. Animal, how dare you humiliate me? Bibi Dong roared and immediately stopped in her tracks. What exactly do you want? To this, I just grinned. Since you're already here, why not come back with me? You can take a tour of my lair. Hearing this, Bibi Dong gritted her teeth. The poison in her body was about to become uncontrollable. She had to escape as soon as possible. Immediately, she unleashed her sixth soul skill, Spatial Rend, Abyss Slash. I was already prepared for this attack. Thunder Guard, following my roar, in the next second, a spear over 100 jong long. A three-colored thunder spear descended from the sky, striking at her with world-destroying power. A blinding flash of lightning instantly engulfed her. On the other side, the Titan Giant Ape and the Sky Blue Bull Python suddenly stopped in their tracks. Gazing at the distant sky, Tang San also came to a halt. My two brothers, what on earth is happening? Hearing this, Da Ming snorted 2 jets of mist from his nostrils. 100,000-year soul beast. And a titled Douluo. It seems we're too late. Someone has already made a move. After saying that, the three exchanged a look, and rushed towards the edge of the Star Do Great Forest. At that moment, Bibi Dong was standing weakly on the ground. Fortunately, I held back 30% of the thunder's power, otherwise she would have been severely injured or crippled. What I want is an intact Bibi Dong. Thinking of this, I slowly walked up to Bibi Dong. Bibi Dong, are you still going to struggle and resist? Just surrender to this king. This king will absolutely not treat you poorly. Besides, I can feel 2 big guys heading this way. If you just submit to me, giving you 200,000-year soul rings isn't out of the question. Bibi Dong's eyes widened in disbelief. 200,000-year soul rings? You talk big, as a 100,000-year soul beast yourself. You're willing to hunt down your own kind to give them to me? Do you think I'm a fool? Hearing this, I couldn't help but laugh. You know nothing of me. The Star Do Great Forest has always been about the survival of the fittest. What's this nonsense about my own kind? Besides, those 2 are coming here to kill me. If I don't finish them off now, what am I supposed to do? Keep them around as decorations for the new year? Speak up, what is your real purpose? I saw Bibi Dong's attitude soften slightly. I licked my lips excitedly. It's simple, your bloodline is powerful. You're going to bear this king a child. No, make it 2. Maybe you can tell me yourself how many you can handle. As soon as those words left my mouth, Bibi Dong instantly exploded with rage. What? A noble can be killed, but never insulted. I knew she was haunted by the shadow of Qian Zunji. And since she's completely devoted to Yu Shaogang, she would definitely rather die than submit. But I turned my head toward the depths of the Star Do Great Forest and couldn't help muttering to myself. They sure got here fast. Trying to ruin this king's good time. I'll settle the score with you once I'm done here. Without waiting for Bibi Dong to react, a long, echoing wolf howl pierced the sky. In the next second, a massive dark vortex appeared in the void above. Seeing this, a flicker of fear surfaced in Bibi Dong's eyes. What do you want to do? At her question, a wicked smile curled on my lips. Oh, I'll show you exactly what I want to do. Then, I dragged Bibi Dong into the abyss-devouring space. The moment Bibi Dong entered the space, the powerful dark energy began to erode her soul. Her eyes squeezed shut as her soul trembled. Am I already dead? Donger. Just then, a familiar voice called out. Bibi Dong's eyes snapped open. Shaogang. She couldn't believe her eyes. It seems I really have died. Otherwise, how could I see Shaogang again? However, this was all just mental manipulation. The person standing before her wasn't Yu Shaogang, it was me, wearing a devious grin. In the next second, Bibi Dong lost all control of her emotions and lunged into my arms. Shaogang, I couldn't even avenge you before I died. I'm so useless. I looked down at the still enchanting Bibi Dong in my arms. I was just about to reach out and hold her when a streak of black light surged. The Rakshasa god's divine sense forcibly pulled her back to reality. Damn it, you despicable werewolf bandit. Bibi Dong used her last ounce of strength to push me away. But the effects of the rosemary drug had already spread through every meridian in her body. She wanted to resist, but she had no strength left at all. Then, Bibi Dong, like a hungry wolf after its prey, suddenly lunged back into my embrace. Time quickly passed, and an hour had gone by. The yin-yang qi of the great Tao descended through the space, and the familiar system notification rang in my mind. Ding! Congratulations, host, on completing the gestation of your 6th offspring. Rewards are being prepared. Congratulations, host, on absorbing a wisp of the great Tao yin-yang qi. The yin qi is bestowed upon Bibi Dong. Reward: soul power increased by 1 level. Cultivation has reached level 98 Super Douluo. The twin spider emperor martial souls have evolved to god level. All attributes increased tenfold. The yang qi returns to the host, triggering tenfold reward return. Reward 1. Comprehension of the ultimate fire attribute. Evolution into the blazing wolf emperor. Reward 2. Soul beast age increased by 50,000 years. Reward 3. Unlock soul skill. Sunset. I stared at the system rewards in pure ecstasy. But before I could think further, Bibi Dong dazedly opened her eyes. The memories of what happened before she lost consciousness flooded her mind. This is absolutely absurd. How could such a thing happen? Meanwhile, I felt Tang San approaching with those 2 big guys to raid my home. He immediately transformed into a green light and left the space, leaving only Bibi Dong to vent her fury within the barrier. At that moment, beneath the mountain waterfall, the azure bull occupied the entire lake. The titan giant ape crouched on the bank, on guard. Both colossal beasts sensed Xiao Wu's presence at the same time. Tang San, there's a cave behind the waterfall. This Xiao Wu must be trapped inside. There's a barrier at the cave's entrance. It must have been set by that wolf king. A direct attack will surely alert him. Hearing the azure bull's words, Tang San's eyes filled with bitterness. This is the main path into the Star Do Great Forest. I've crossed these mountains countless times, but I never imagined Xiao Wu was right here, being humiliated. While watching us come and go, how desperate she must have felt. At this thought, Tang San roared in anger, I don't care. I have to get Xiao Wu out of there. Clear Sky Hammer. As he finished speaking, he unleashed the disorderly cloak hammer technique. The surging spirit power blasted an opening in the 100-jung waterfall, revealing the cave entrance on the mountainside. Ning Ronggrong, Zhu Zuqing, Xiao Wu, and Bai Chenxiang, the 4 of them, were standing at the barrier by the cave entrance, watching him. The sight of their familiar faces instantly broke Tang San's composure. Xiao Wu, Ronggrong, Zuqing, Shang, I've finally found you. I'll get you out right now. Thank goodness you're all still alive. Tang San's voice was choked with emotion. However, in the face of his excitement, aside from Xiao Wu, whose eyes were vacant as she hid beside Ning Ronggrong, the other 3 girls showed almost no reaction. Seeing this, the smile on Tang San's face slowly faded, especially when he noticed the swollen bellies of Zhu Zuqing and Ning Ronggrong. His eyes filled with disbelief. They were both pregnant? Zuqing is pregnant. How am I going to explain this to Boss Dai? Ronggrong is pregnant. How am I going to explain this to Sect Master Ning? After all, I was the one who proposed this trip to Sea God Island. But who could have imagined that in just 4 short months, Shrek Academy and the Tang sect would be nearly destroyed? The dead are dead, the captured are captured. Thinking of this, Tang San couldn't accept this outcome. Just as he was about to charge the barrier, a cold snort echoed from the sky. Little San, I didn't expect you to find this place. As the voice faded, an extremely sharp wind blade sent Tang San's body flying into the lake like a cannonball. At the same time, I teleported into the cave. Wolf King, you've returned. Ning Ronggrong, Zhu Zuqing, Bai Chenxiang, and Xiao Wu hurried over to me. Looking at the 4 anxious girls before me, a faint smile appeared on my face. Rest assured, this king is not so easily killed. Hearing my words, Ning Ronggrong secretly sighed in relief. Her face flushed slightly as she said, Wolf King, could you spend some time with Zuqing? Lately, she's been feeling dizzy, tired, and sleepy. Ronggrong, Zhu Zuqing chided softly. But it's true, your morning sickness has been so obvious. Is it that serious? A flash of concern crossed my eyes. Then, I reached out and gently touched Zhu Zuqing's belly. Later, this king will go and grab some immortal herbs to calm you down. Then, this king will take you to the core region of the Star Do Great Forest. The spirit power there is dense and will help with the pregnancy. As I spoke, I pinched Ning Rongrong's little cheek. You little minx, are you trying to make this king dote on you too? I was the one who blasted Da Ming and Ming into spirit bones right in front of Xiao Wu. I didn't. I'm pregnant now. Ning Rongrong was flustered, her eyes darting away. I watched her with a teasing smirk. It's been over 3 months. It's fine. Ning Rongrong's face turned completely red. I don't want to. I'm scared of the pain. Tang San looked up at the cave entrance and saw what we were doing. It completely shattered his composure. But just then, I looked down on him and spoke. Tang San, you really know your immortal herbs. My woman needs a safe pregnancy. Leave all of your essence cultivating and foundation strengthening immortal herbs. Then, get lost. Hearing my words, Tang San's lips turned pale with rage. Da Ming and Ming's eyes also widened into perfect circles. A safe pregnancy? Could Sister Xiao Wu be pregnant? They finally realized what Xiao Wu's soul trembling in front of the Lake of Life was all about. The wolf bandit actually defiled Sister Xiao Wu. Damn you, wolf bandit. I'm going to kill you. Ming went berserk, his furious roar echoing throughout the entire mountain range. He then fiercely stomped both feet on the ground. A circle of intense yellow light spread out. A powerful gravity domain was instantly unleashed. Da Ming had a look of grim determination. Tang San, we're going to fight this guy with everything we've got. You take the chance to go save Sister Xiao Wu. As soon as he finished speaking, the azure bull python lifted its enormous bullhead and aimed it at the cave. Roar, rings of blue light rippled upwards. That's the azure slowing domain. You too are looking to die. Facing the sudden attack from the titan giant ape and the azure bull, I snorted coldly. The aura of a blazing wolf emperor with nearly 200,000 years of cultivation instantly shot out from my body. Da Ming was greatly shocked. A 200,000-year-old spirit beast. When did this guy get so strong? But there was no time for them to dwell on it. My chilling voice rang out, you too. This king wasn't looking for trouble with you, yet you dare to come to my door seeking death. I was even thinking of sparing your lives when I went to the Lake of Life. It seems you don't know how to appreciate it. Think it's about time the ruler of the Star Do Great Forest was replaced. HMPH. If that's the case, then bring it on. You disgrace of the Star Do Great Forest. Today, Ming and I will clean house for the Star Do Great Forest. The azure bull was now full of fighting spirit. Disgrace? I sneered inwardly. The strong devouring the weak is one of the laws of the jungle. I can't kill Tang San for now. That's because the divine senses of the sea god and the Asura god are most likely on him. If I try to kill Tang San, I might be killed in return by those divine senses. Besides, Tang San is needed to resurrect Xiao Wu and the Blue-Silver Emperor, Yin. The resurrected Blue-Silver Emperor should be quite fresh. As for the Titan Giant Ape and the Azure Bull Python, rather than letting them become Tang San's spirit rings and spirit bones, I might as well take them for myself right now. Then, I'll add them to Bibi Dong, to be used for cultivating my own offspring. Just as I was scheming in my mind, 2 furious roars were heard. I stopped holding back and howled at the sky. My Dharma body manifestation instantly transformed into the blazing wolf emperor. The full aura of my nearly 200,000-year cultivation was unleashed. The Titan giant ape suddenly smashed both its hands into the ground. Gravity swamp. Just as I flew into the air, I suddenly felt a great mountain pressing down on me from above. My body was forced directly down towards the water's surface. With a huge boom, a giant wave erupted. What terrifying gravitational pressure! But the corners of my mouth curled up unconsciously. A duel is only interesting when there's pressure. Bloodthirsty berserk, I roared inwardly. The muscles all over my body bulged crazily. Meanwhile, thunderclouds gathered quickly in the sky. 3-colored divine lightning flickered within them. The Titan giant ape's eyes went wide. That looks like the divine lightning of a tribulation. How can it be so powerful? The Titan giant ape roared. Titan's skybreaker. Then, it threw a punch directly at the vortex of lightning gathering in the sky. The powerful 3-colored divine lightning suddenly struck down, slamming the Titan giant ape's 15-meter body into the lake. Instantly, a monstrous wave erupted. Ming, the sky blue bull python roared in fury. Sky blue annihilation thunder. Along with a furious roar, the sky blue bull python unleashed its strongest attack. Just then, thunder rolled as azure lightning snaked through the sky. I looked up at the sky, a slight smirk on my face. The sky blue bull python wants to strike me down with lightning? This is perfect. I can draw the lightning into my body to temper my own divine thunder. This should help my cultivation break through to 200,000 years. But to bathe in this lightning safely, I have to take one of them out first, just in case something unexpected happens. With that thought, I stopped holding back and roared at the sky. Sun, set, the ultimate fire attribute shot forth. A monstrous flame shot towards the heavens, and the sun in the sky visibly turned black. Tang San sensed the terrifying energy in the air. He immediately roared at Da Ming and Ming. Brother Da Ming, brother Ming, run. This is that beast's killing move. If you don't run now, it'll be too late. But in 2 strides, I landed directly on a tall mountain. I stomped down hard, and the entire mountain range trembled violently under my foot. The injured sky blue bull python and titan giant ape also realized the danger. Ming, I can't hold on much longer. Don't worry about me, just take Tang San and run. I'll stay behind and fight it. Even if I have to self-destruct, I'll take this beast with me. Remember to take care of Sister Xiao Wu for me. No, big brother, if we go together. Ming roared and stomped his feet hard on the ground. A powerful yellow light spread out once again. It's the gravity domain. Unfortunately, it had no effect on me this time. I scoffed. A mass of crimson light gathered on my back, and enormous flames suddenly unfurled, instantly dispelling the gravity domain. Only then did they realize what they were facing wasn't an ordinary 100,000-year-old spirit beast at all. Ming, if you do this, none of us will survive. You have to go. The sky blue bull python suddenly stopped, its massive head aimed at the sky. Fully unleashed sky blue annihilation thunder finally struck down, instantly consuming the monstrous flames. Big brother, did you really think I could escape? I've already been locked on too. Ming sounded completely defeated. Sure enough, as soon as he finished speaking, an endless torrent of true sun fire erupted. In an instant, it engulfed the titan giant ape. A giant silhouette of a sun formed in the sky. An endless, agonized roar came from within the sunset. The sky blue bull python went completely insane with rage. It desperately slammed into the holy sun fire's light, causing the sunset to explode halfway. I couldn't help but grunt as I suffered a spirit power backlash. A trickle of blood seeped from the corner of my mouth. Sunset, bathed in lightning, I felt a flicker of anger. I instantly cast Sunset again, but this time, I used the power of the lightning I had absorbed. Instantly, a third sun, crackling with lightning, descended, trapping the frenzied sky blue bull python inside. No, the sky blue bull python roared at the sky. At this moment, it completely lost all of its powers. The true sun fire is devouring its very being. A triumphant wolf's howl echoed throughout the entire mountain range. Before Tang San's incredulous eyes, a low, rumbling thunder rolled across the sky. He couldn't believe I had broken through again. Tang San yelled with all his might, "My 2 brothers. That beast is undergoing its tribulation right now. You have to take this chance to escape. Let me give you a hand." A giant clear sky hammer suddenly appeared in Tang San's right hand. The clear sky hammer, swelling to an immense size, smashed towards the 2 sunset-colored figures. Clear sky hammer, disorderly wind-splitting hammer. Tang San, don't mind us, the sky blue bull python said, his heart touched. From now on, we're entrusting Sister Xiao Wu to you. No, I must save you, my brothers. Even if it costs me my life. As I was evolving amidst the lightning, I frowned. This Tang San is quite skilled at playing the sympathy card. He's trying to pull the same stunt as when Xiao Wu sacrificed herself, following the exact same script. He plans to move the sky blue bull and the titan giant ape, hoping they'll sacrifice their soul rings and soul bones to him in their desperation. Just as I thought, I could feel those 2 giant, brainless beasts were about to do something reckless. Tang San, you discussed this, king. After I crushed Da Ming and Ming, Tang San was so terrified of me he fled without even looking back. Right now, Da Ming and Ming are being scorched by my true sunfire, and I'm watching as this kid, Tang San, still wants to save them. My cold voice reached Tang San's ears. This king won't kill you. So why haven't you scrammed yet? Are you still foolishly hoping that the sky blue bull and the titan giant ape will sacrifice themselves for you? In your dreams, and at that very moment, I finally succeeded in my tribulation. All the power of the lightning was completely absorbed by me. Bolts of lightning as thick as an arm coursed over the flames enveloping my body. Tang San was terrified. It was a fear that came from the depths of his soul, a feeling of complete powerlessness. It's over, I snorted coldly, as all the lightning receded into me. The entire sky suddenly took on 5 colors: cyan, blue, purple, and gold. Even the lightning vortex that had just vanished reappeared, and this time, its terrifying power was many times more dreadful than the aura of the previous 200,000-year tribulation's divine lightning. Tang San looked up in horror at the lightning in the sky. Inadvertently, the vast sea cosmic shroud on his body emitted a blue halo, quietly enveloping him within it, and as it happened, I caught sight of this very scene. Just as I thought, the sea god's divine will resides within Tang San. It seems I really can't kill him right now. However, as long as his life isn't directly threatened, that divine will shouldn't manifest again. Before the 5-colored divine lightning descended from the sky, I suddenly unleashed a blade of flaming wind. It ruthlessly slapped Tang San away, sending him flying far from the lightning's range. At that moment, my body was suspended in midair, lightning flashing brightly in my eyes. Following that, the lightning vortex in the sky began to spin faster and faster. Rumble, the 300,000-year, 5-colored divine lightning suddenly descended, striking the sky blue bull who was preparing to sacrifice himself. And the titan giant ape, completely consuming them. It's over. He could no longer feel the auras of the two beasts at all. In the distance, Tang San stared in terror at the sky. His heart was filled with nothing but shock. This wolf bandit was so powerful it made his skin crawl. Tang San unconsciously touched the vast sea cosmic shroud in his hand. A glimmer of hope seemed to rise in his eyes once more. Xiao Wu, you have to wait for your big brother to return. The day I return, I'll make this damn wolf bandit wish he were dead. Tang San took a deep breath and vanished, within the light of the vast sea cosmic shroud. At the same time, 2 red soul rings, a full 10 meters wide, floated in the air, along with 2 glowing soul bones. The soul rings of the 2 100,000-year-old soul beasts I just took down will disappear in 2 hours. I have to deal with them first. I put away the soul rings and soul bones and entered the abyssal devouring space. Just as I entered the space, my brow suddenly furrowed. Where is Bibi Dong? Why is she gone? Did she escape? The next second, a chill ran down my spine. Hiding within the space, a cold glint flashed in Bibi Dong's eyes. Wielding the papal scepter with a murderous aura, she stabbed it straight at my back. You beast, I'll kill you. Clang. Bibi Dong's papal scepter struck my back exactly where she aimed. A metallic sound rang out. Bibi Dong was sent flying backward. Impossible. Bibi Dong was horrified. The strongest attack I could muster couldn't even break through his physical defense. My figure appeared behind her. I placed a palm on her back. A gentle force immediately cleansed all the negative statuses within her body. I removed her negative statuses so that she could smoothly absorb the soul rings. A vast amount of soul power flowed back into Bibi Dong's body. Her black pupils instantly turned blood red. Bibi Dong turned and attacked again, a surge of murderous energy shooting forth. Death God Domain. Doesn't this woman ever give up? I raised an eyebrow, unhurriedly facing the charging Bibi Dong. I extended a finger and tapped it precisely on her forehead. Bibi Dong, who had just recovered her strength, felt like a balloon being pricked by a needle. All the soul power she had released burst from her body and dissipated into the space. NNGH. Bibi Dong groaned as all her strength left her. Due to her momentum, she stumbled and fell into my arms. I instinctively grabbed her by the shoulders. Let go of me, Bibi Dong exclaimed in alarm. She hurriedly pushed me away and staggered back several steps, staring at me with a deathly glare. What in the world do you want? Just kill me. Kill you? I could never bear to do that. The corner of my mouth lifted as I casually pulled Bibi Dong back into my embrace. With a wicked smile, I said, you belong to me now. Remember to take better care of yourself from now on. You've got problems, don't you? Bibi Dong was startled, feeling his inappropriate, large hands with a mix of fear and rage. She struggled with all her might. You pervert. I could feel the fluctuation in her emotions, and I knew when to stop. The next second, under Bibi Dong's wide, astonished eyes, 2 100,000-year-old soul rings slowly materialized. An aura from a primordial age instantly filled the entire space. Hiss. Bibi Dong gasped. Her eyes were filled with shock and disbelief. 100,000-year-old soul rings. Bibi Dong's pupils contracted and her lips trembled as she said, "You really killed those two 100,000-year-old soul beasts? If you want to kill me, you must have enough power. I'll be back for you. This space will dissipate on its own after 3 days. Remember what I told you. Take good care of yourself. You're not just living for yourself anymore." With that, my figure instantly vanished from the abyssal devouring space, leaving behind a completely bewildered Bibi Dong. Not just living for myself anymore? What does he mean? Bibi Dong didn't know that she was already pregnant and had no idea what my words meant. 3 days later, 2 pillars of red light shot up from within the Star Do Great Forest. From the perimeter, a blinding red light shot into the sky, forming a red halo. The aura of 100,000-year soul beast instantly spread through the air. Chrysanthemum Douluo gazed toward the red light and exclaimed, while Ghost Douluo frowned slightly. "That's not right, there's also the aura of Her Holiness, the Pope. Let's go." Soon, they followed the trail and found Bibi Dong, who had already escaped. "Your Holiness, we've finally found you." Yu Guan and the others bowed respectfully to Bibi Dong. "Your Holiness, are you alright?" Yu Guan and the others have been worried sick these past few days. Thankfully, Bibi Dong had appeared, safe and sound. Chrysanthemum and Ghost Douluo also breathed a sigh of relief. I'm fine." Bibi Dong composed herself. She pretended as if nothing had happened, reverting to her usual demeanor as the cold and proud Pope. Bibi Dong was good at forbearance and knew clearly in her heart that since he was able to kill the Azure Bull Python and the Titan Giant Ape, then even if she wanted revenge now, it would be impossible. "Pass on my order." After a long pause, Bibi Dong spoke with complex emotions. "Notify all the major Soul Master powers on the continent that in 1 month's time, Spirit Hall will reselect the 7 great sects, and I shall personally preside over it. Everyone is to return to Spirit Hall at once." Yes, everyone complied, but Yu Guan couldn't help but remind her. "Your Holiness, what about that 100,000-year Gale Demon Wolf?" There's no need. It was as if Bibi Dong knew what Yu Guan was about to say. She interrupted him before he could finish. "I have no need for it now. Everyone, return to Spirit Hall at once." With that, Bibi Dong transformed into a streak of light and vanished into the sky. Deep in the Star Do Great Forest, a 70,000-year 3-eyed demon fox